Hello everyone, good morning. I would like to talk about today brief history of aviation and the aircraft manufacturers. It's my outline, and I will talk about brief history of aviation, brief overview of air transportation, and some aircraft manufacturers who has large revenues. And I have short video for 2 minutes. I just gonna display. I would like to display, and I just want you to watch this video. It's animated video. It's by Utah University. It started with Leonardo da Vinci drawings, then Henry Cavendish. He discovered the hydrogen, and Montgolfier brothers with hot air balloons. Sir George Clay, he found some wings and Francis Benham is the first wind tunnel in the world which invented. Otto Lilienthal is the first guy who achieved continuous gliding flight experience. And the Wright brothers is the first success flight in the world. They were heavier and they were heavier than normal person. And then the airplane started to use for war, unfortunately. And then the times for commercial airplanes. Hindenburg, it was destroyed, and too many people were died. And World War II, as you know, one nuclear bomb was actually United States dropped there. And I just want to finish here. And it was the brief history of aviation. I just want to talk now brief overview of air transportation. As you know, the air transportation is the vital economic sources in modern world. 8% of the world gross domestic product is constituted by air transportation, and 32 million employees were hired for general air transportation companies, and over 40% of international tourists carrying by air transportation. And now I would like to move on the aircraft manufacturers, and I'm starting with Boeing, and it was founded in Seattle. And first, he has one also partner, Westerwelle, and first they produced seaplane because the Boeing has one plane, but it was crashed somewhere, and then they need some spare part, but it would take too much time, and they decided to produce one new plane. And the critical point, milestone for Boeing companies, it was the First World War and the Second World War, because they were insightful and they predict the United States Navy and Army needs some airplane, and they showed their two models, and then the United States Navy ordered 50 more. It was the milestone, and they became the world's largest manufacturer for exporter also in the United States during this World War. It was the first logo of Boeing, and it was the first seaplane of Boeing, as you see from slide. And in their industry, commercial military aircrafts, network and space, and a space system and global service and support. And they have too many products, like, and this product's name is going up, like 737 is the smaller one, and it's becoming bigger and bigger. And as you see, you can see Super Hornet and Chinook, and this kind of aircraft for military services. And their revenues is $86 billion. It's more or less bigger than some countries' revenue, gross domestic product. And they have 168,000 employees. It was the the largest employee numbers. I would like to move on Airbus. Airbus founded in 1969 as Airbus industry with aim of competition with United States manufacturers, and supported by European Union. It created the conflict between United States and European Union. They agreed to talk about this increasing tension, but finally they couldn't solve this problem, and it became worse. And they basically located in France, Germany, Spain, and United Kingdom. And the world's largest passenger airline they have is as you see from photo, it's A380. And their industry is commercial airliners, and they have also different products, and their revenue is the second biggest revenue in the world for aircraft manufacturers, $59 billion, and they have over 63,000 employees. And I just want to interpret this competition between them. Can I move, Professor, over that?
Yeah.
You can see there is some crisis, and this crisis about United States. It was the biggest crisis in the world about economy. I just want to show there are some data and there are some colors. If you follow the colors, and now they are in competition more or less in the same part about orders. But what about the deliveries? They are not in the same position as you see. And Airbus is little bit better. I would like to move on Bombardier. Bombardier is moving into European airspace in 1989. They are the first manufacturer who produces train and also aircrafts. And their slogan, their motto is like continuous transportation in the air, also in the land, because they produce also some railways and some trains. And they launching the Learjet 60 aircraft, the first mid-size of business jet, and it became the first bestseller aircraft for first mid-size business jet. And they produce also amphibious aircraft, and they specifically this amphibious aircraft is the first aircraft who produced for just firefighting. As you see, that there was some videos, photos. Industrial transportation and aerospace, their main industries, and over 60 countries they have strong presence on 5 continents, and they have 36,000 employees, and their revenue is $9.4 billion. Sorry?
1 minute to go.
1 minute, okay, thanks. And the last company, Embraer, is founded in Brazil, and their business models major regional and carriers low cost. They produce different types of aircraft, depends on the low cost or some major needs or some regional carriers, some smaller. And they entered also 70 and 120 seat markets due to the increasing demands of this market. And their industry is commercial and also military aircrafts in Brazil. Their revenue $22.1 billion. and they hired 19,000 employees, and it was funded as government company, and then they went in public, and now they have presence in New York Stock Exchange. And thank you for listening.
Thank you. Any comment or any question? Everything clear? Don't be so like a nice. You can make a question. That makes more great. I mean, you make a question and he give a good answer. It's a good grade as well.
I have one question.
Yeah.
The graph.
Wait a second. Yeah.
On the y-axis, what is the amount of
Which one?
the y-axis? 500,000, 1,500.
No,
The orders. The amount
not
of
1,000.
orders.
It's 500.
Orders.
Yeah, orders.
Okay. And do you know what caused the drop at 2001?
2001.
Yeah. You see a huge drop.
Yeah.
What do you think that caused the drop?
You mean this drop? No, the biggest drop is becoming here, 2008. It's becoming of economic crisis in the world.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, it had to do with 9/11, obviously.
9/11.
After 9/11 also, it was also like a crisis after that accident that.
Ah, yes. Yeah, you mean 9/11 September?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. It's true, but actually you can see here it's a little bit stable because after it was, I think it happened in 2001, in 11th of September, but as you can see there is not big drop here.
Yeah.
The big drop
Yes.
becomes, as you know, in economic crisis because if we have time I can speak or I can just...
No, I mean, now it's out of time, but you can give an answer.
Okay.
Yes.
No, because actually it was not the problem about aircraft, how can I say, about safety. It was not about safety, it was the gap about air management actually. It was not the cause, the main problem was not the plane aircraft.
Yeah.
I believe like that, I don't know, maybe somebody want to add something, but I believe like that, it was just my opinion.
Everybody agrees that this big drop. I mean, the second was well appointed about recession in 2008. I mean, it was not in Turkey, but in many countries in the world. I mean, 2008 it was like economy was going down. In 2001, it was pointed about September 11th. So how did it affect the air transport? I mean, how the airlines were ordering less aircraft, and manufacturers they were also giving less aircraft to the market. Is that only this attack in New York, in the US, or is something that comes afterwards? Anybody wants to give an opinion about it? Just don't be shy, come on. We are here to... So what do you think about it? Nice for them. What do you think about September 11 happened and now we see a decrease in aircraft?
Immediately, because some